I smiled and said, okay, when my boyfriend told me to sleep on my own couch so his friends could take my bed. He thought he won until he tried to unlock the front door 2 hours later. I bought this loft 3 years ago, completely on my own. It's my sanctuary. Jake moved in 6 months ago, rent-free of course, so he could, quote, focus on his music. I paid the mortgage, the HOA fees, the utilities. I even bought all the groceries. I loved him, so I let it slide. But his bandmates were a total nightmare. They'd show up at 2 in the afternoon, eat all my food, crack mud on my vintage rugs, and blast their amps while I was working. Whenever I got upset, Jake would just sigh. Babe, we're artists. You just don't get the creative process. The final straw snapped on a Tuesday. I was in my home office finishing a massive client pitch when Jake strolled in, sipping my expensive sparkling water. Hey, he said, casually kicking his feet up on my desk. So the guys got kicked out of their rehearsal space. They're moving in here on Friday. I stared at him. Moving in? Jake, this is a 1-bedroom loft. Yeah, I know. He laughed, totally unfazed. They'll take this office. We'll just move your desk into the living room and you can work with headphones on. Oh, and since they'll be up late recording, you might want to sleep on the pull-out couch for a few months so you don't ruin our flow in the bedroom. He wanted me to sleep on a lumpy couch and lose my workspace in the home I owned so his amateur band could live rent-free. It wasn't rage that hit me. It was absolute freezing cold. Clarity. I looked at this overgrown teenager and all the love I had for him just evaporated. I gave him a sweet, understanding smile. Okay, I said softly. He beamed. You're the best, babe. I'm heading to the bar to tell the guys. We'll start bringing their amps over tonight. The second the door clicked shut, I got to work. First, I called my building security. I revoked his access fob and banned him and his bandmates from the premises. Second, I hired a premium same-day packing service. Within 2 hours, 3 professionals boxed up his guitars, his clothes, and his absurd collection of vintage band tees. I rented a storage unit, paid for 1 month in advance, and had everything dropped off. By 4 o'clock, my loft was spotless, and Jake was history. I left the storage unit key inside a sealed envelope with the front desk concierge. At 5:30, the texts started rolling in. Hey, my fob is dead, let me in. Then the calls. Then the frantic voicemails. Babe, the concierge gave me an envelope. What is this? Where is my stuff? The guys are here with the U-Haul. I texted him back exactly 1 time. Your things are in storage. You were a non-paying guest who tried to evict me from my own bedroom. We are done. He actually called the cops, claiming an illegal eviction. But when the officers arrived in the lobby, I went down and showed them my deed, and texts of him admitting he didn't pay rent. The cops looked at him and said, sir, you are a guest and you need to leave, or you'll be cited for trespassing. His band broke up 2 weeks later because none of them had a place to live. And I bought a brand new desk for my office and slept perfectly in my own bed.